Okay, everyone knows what the heart is. What people don't really know is how it functions. So we're going to dive in with a brief introduction to the cardiovascular system. Before we get through that, here's a quick history of the cardiovascular system. In ancient Greece, Hippocrates and Galen created the idea on how there are two different channels in the body for blood. Galen and Hippocrates concluded that the liver and lungs played an important part in the cardiovascular system. He thought that the blood only passed through those two systems. Galen also hypothesized that the arteries and veins had no real role in blood travel. They were just a thing connected to the lungs and liver with no real function. It was not until 1628 when Galen and Harvey disproved Galen's theories. Harvey created an experiment to test how blood travels through the body and gets oxygen around. His experiments paved the way into how we view the cardiovascular system and is still used today. What is the cardiovascular system? The cardiovascular system is located in the human body and is the way blood travels from our lungs to our heart and then to the rest of our human body. It is made up of the heart, veins, arteries, and blood. It is one of the most important systems in the human body. The cardiovascular system is what brings blood, nutrients, oxygen all around the human body. How does it work? Well, from the arteries that take deoxygenated blood away from the heart to the lungs and brings oxygenated blood back to the heart through veins throughout the rest of the body. There's different parts of the cardiovascular system. The heart, the most important organ in the human body, circulates your blood in order to get oxygenated and get rid of carbon dioxide. There are two halves that make up the heart and they allow blood to flow to different parts of the body. The right side transfers the oxygenated blood to the lungs via the pulmonary arteries to make the blood oxygenated. This is called the pulmonary loop. And then it travels to the left side of the heart via the pulmonary veins to be pushed out and used throughout the rest of the body. This is called the systemic loop. As you can see here, this is the heart. It pumps out the right side all the way around through the systemic loop, goes back to the heart, to the lungs, pulmonary loop. Parts of the cardiovascular system also contains arteries, which are thick, hollow tubes, which are highly elastic. Arteries carry oxygenated blood away from the heart toward the rest of the body. There are arteries which carry blood towards the lungs to get oxygenated. Also, we have veins, which are thin-walled tubes and are less elastic than arteries. Veins carry blood back to the heart. Veins are smaller than arteries in size and are usually less elastic. Another part of the cardiovascular system that consists of the coronary loop. This loop has veins and arteries, which you can see, that just function with the heart. It's one step aside from the pulmonary and systemic loop. Another major component of the cardiovascular system are the blood. There are two different types of blood cells. RBC, which are red blood cells, carry oxygen throughout the body and also carry carbon dioxide to the lungs and release it when a breath is taken and exhaled out. White blood cells, which are white blood cells, are the defense system in the body. They help fight off foreign invaders and help fight cancer cells and different diseases. There are also two different types of WBCs. There are either erythrocytes or leukocytes. They perform different functions based on their structure. What happens if something goes wrong in the cardiovascular system? Well, the cardiovascular system is a very important player on how we live and gain nutrients and oxygen we need for our bodies to function. What happens if something malfunctions? Well, there are many different diseases that attack your cardiovascular system. You can have blood cancer or autoimmune disease. You can have problems with the valves of the heart or blockages. According to Rady Children's Hospital, some well-known heart and cardiovascular system problems are arrhythmia, coronary artery disease, high blood pressure, and strokes, which can happen to blockages. So to end this brief cardiovascular briefing here, there's a lot of videos in YouTube that you could search and try to find to help you understand this better than what I explained. But one that really helped me out was Crash Course on the Cardiovascular System. They will extend this and have different videos on different systems if you do so wish to learn more about other things. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.